somewhere in the future, there is a last star, the very last one that will ever shine. It hasn't died yet. It may not even have been born yet. But the universe has already written its death certificate. This is the biography of that final star and of the last light that will ever exist. And here is the strangest part. The ending has already started. 95% of every star that will ever exist has already been born. 10 billion years ago, the universe was a factory running at full blast, forging new suns 30 times faster than today. Astronomers call it cosmic noon, the golden age of creation. We missed it. Since that peak, star formation has collapsed by 97%. The gas is running out. The factory is closing, one furnace at a time. These towers of gas are real, and they are nurseries. Inside them, right now, some of the last generations of stars are quietly being born. So who goes first? The giants. The biggest stars burn furious and fast, spending their entire fortune in a few million years. And when they run out, they don't fade. This is a real corpse, a giant star that tore itself apart. Its light reached Earth in the year 1054, bright enough to be seen in daylight. But the last star standing won't be a giant. It will be the humblest thing in the sky, a red dwarf, so small and so dim that you cannot see a single one with your naked eye. The meek inherit the universe. Their secret is patience. A star like our sun only burns the fuel in its core. A red dwarf stirs and burns everything it has, slowly, completely. A red dwarf born tonight will still be shining in 10 trillion years, hundreds of times the current age of the universe. Proxima Centauri, the closest star to Earth, is one of them. It will still be quietly burning when our sun is a cold, forgotten cinder. But before the stars end, the sky ends. In about 1 trillion years, every galaxy beyond our own neighborhood will have slipped past the cosmic horizon, carried away faster than their light can swim back. The Milky Way and Andromeda, by then, will have merged into one, Milkomeda. Think about what that means. An astronomer born in that era would look up and see one island of stars floating in infinite black. They would conclude, rationally, scientifically, that nothing else exists. And they would be wrong. Which leaves us one uncomfortable question. What truths have already left our sky? Around 100 trillion years from now, the last cloud of gas collapses into the last newborn star. The final nursery closes its doors. Nothing new will ever ignite again. Almost. And so we reach her. The last star. A red dwarf. And here's what makes this moment truly strange. No red dwarf has ever died. Not one. In all of history. The universe is still too young. When red dwarfs finally age, they won't swell into red giants like our sun will. They'll do something no star has ever done. Grow hotter and turn blue. Blue dwarfs. An entire class of star that does not yet exist anywhere. And the death itself? No explosion, no flash. The last star will simply dim, blue to white, to ember, to dark, like a candle running out of wax over billions of years. The last sunset in the history of the universe may happen with absolutely no one left to watch it. But the dark won't be absolute. Every once in a great while, 2 failed stars, brown dwarfs, will collide in the blackness and ignite. A brand new star, flaring alone in the eternal night. A lighthouse, with no coastline. Meanwhile, the corpses cool. A white dwarf takes so long to go fully cold that not a single one has finished. The first truly black dwarf is still in the universe's future. Even the dead are still warm. Then comes the great unraveling. Passing dead stars strip planets from their orbits. Galaxies slowly evaporate, flinging their stars into the void one by one. Gravity, the great architect, becomes the great undertaker. And here I'll flag it clearly. This next part is unconfirmed physics. If protons themselves decay, somewhere past 10 to the 34 years, then matter simply dissolves. Every atom, every frozen world, melting into particles of light. Experiments have watched for decades, waiting to see a single proton die. So far, not one has. What remains after that is a universe of black holes. Only black holes. For a stretch of time, a trillion times longer than everything that came before. Darkness is the only architecture, but even they are mortal. Hawking showed that black holes leak, slowly evaporating into faint radiation. The small ones last 10 to the 67 years, the giants 10 to the 100. And at the very end, the last black hole in existence shrinks and vanishes in a final burst of light, the universe's last firework, with no audience, no echo, no morning after. After that, nothing changes, ever again. Now come back. This is tonight's universe, real light, collected by a real telescope. Every single point in this image is a sun, and every single one of them is temporary. Because here's the scale nobody says out loud. On the full timeline of the cosmos, the entire era of stars, every sunrise, every sky ever seen, is one thin, glowing page in a book of trillions of dark ones. And you happen to live on that page. You are not late to the universe. You are impossibly, absurdly early, born in the golden hour while the sky is still full. Tonight, the stars are still up there, the same ones that forged every atom in your body. And one day, the black hole at the center of this galaxy may file some of those atoms away forever. If you want to know exactly what happens to them inside, that story is on screen now. See you there.